naiva prārthayate lābhaṃ nā'lābhamanuśocati dhīrasya śītalaṃ cittamamṛtenaiva pūritam.
A wise man neither longs for gain nor grieves at the loss. His serene mind is indeed filled with the nectar, the supreme bliss. Gain or loss. A limited jiva identifying himself with his limited BMI, incomplete in himself, far from the state of the zenith of perfection, keeps looking for objects outside him to give him happiness. He keeps pursuing objects in the creation for giving him joy, happiness. When he gets the desired object, he feels joy. When he does not get the desired objects, he feels sorrow. One who has transcended samsara, who has realized the self, who exists changeless, as infinite self, does not look towards any joy or happiness outside him. He is now the reservoir of Ananda. In one earlier verse, Ashtavakra has said, the ocean of consciousness does not feel the loss or depletion when the wave separates from it for the time being, and does not feel elated and joyous as something it has been gained by it when the wave comes back to it. There is no loss or gain to the self on anything taken from it or anything given to it. There is nothing possible to be taken from it, nor anything additional is possible to be given to it. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Even if without his asking for it, gain or loss comes to him due to his prārabdha, financial, health, whatever. He is aware that the gain or loss is to his BMI and nothing touches his changeless self. Any unsolicited events which may result in joy or grief for a normal jiva, even if such events rush to attack to disturb a jivan mukta, they cannot affect him as the self does not accept them at all. If suppose at the work front he suddenly gets a very top position in a very good organization, or opposite thing happens, some immediate relative in family dies or something drastic happens in the family. These two things should give joy and grief respectively for a normal jiva. But he can truthfully say now that in any such events, he shall neither be jumping with joy or collapsing with grief. He is complete in himself. The self does not need anything from outside for adding to its completion. Serene mind. Ashtavakra says it is serenity of mind. Actually, there is no mind to call it serene, but let us respect Ashtavakra's lines as we adore Ashtavakra, and let us accept his words that a Jivan Mukta's mind is serene, tranquil, cool, whatever, filled with nectar. For this one expression, beautiful exposition has been given by Swami Chinmayananda, and we prostrate to him for this revelation. He writes, nectar is immortality. Death is mortality. And what is death? Death is a change. Death to rebirth, and again that reborn to death is but a change in state. Death is equal to change, and deathlessness or amritam is changelessness. So beautifully the sage from Powai concludes that the wise one or a Jivan Mukta who has gone beyond joy or grief, whose mind is cool, tranquil and serene, is Amritam or changeless, the changeless self. If we go deeper, anything born on this earth must die and must undergo continuous change from its birth to death. Our own body, our mind, our intellect, each family member's BMI, each BMI of each human being in the creation, each body of each other living being in the creation, plant, birds, animal, etc. Each created element at macrocosm level, sun, moon, star, sky, river, ocean, trees, mountains, etc. All of them has one common element. They continuously change and they do perish. The one quality in them, this perishing quality, counts for continuous change in them. Even a Jivan Muktas or even incarnation body also is born and dies. It undergoes changes continuously from the day it is born and up to the day it dies. But the self that a Jivan Mukta exists as, or the self of each human being, though they may not realize or experience it, is never born. It never dies. So it is changeless self, and this changeless has been explained by nectar, by Chinmaya through those equations. I am Amritam, you are Amritam. The whole creation, though dying, is amritam when realized as pure consciousness. To experience this is to exist as that all-pervading self. And as Ashtavakra has ended the verse with joy, nectarine joy, or what he says, the line is supreme bliss, filled with nectar, the supreme bliss. And what he revealed in the Shiva Shiva Shambho, or at the last, he exists as pure awareness while alone in Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Savikalpa state, when he has to face the creation, then he said, the existence is infinite bliss. That is what is being pointed out by Ashtavakra in the expression supreme bliss, nectarine bliss. Doesn't feel like even looking for any line from the commentary. Hari Om Tat Sat.